guys, I'm back, and today I'm doing my March book haul, and I know this is late because it's already April, but better late than never. And just a warning, this is going to be a long book haul. It's like my largest book haul yet, and it's only March, so we got like 9 more months to go this year. But yeah, I got 18 books this month, which is a lot. I know, it's crazy. Like, I usually probably get like 10. I think 10 is already a lot for me. And I don't know how I got 18, but I did. So I'd recommend you just pause this, grab a drink and a snack if you want, and then yeah, let's just get into it. By the way, I don't know if you've noticed, but I finally got a haircut. You can tell, hopefully maybe, it's like a lot shorter. It used to like come down like literally all to my, down to my waist. And now it's like right here, so I like it. And maybe you can tell that my hair no longer looks like a lion's mane, all like spread out and wild. So yeah, anyways. Alright, I'm going to start with some of my most anticipated reads for March. So the first one is Maybe Someday by Colleen Hoover. So I've read Hopeless and the Slam series by her before, and I loved both of them. So I was super excited when I heard that she was having a new book coming out in March. And I've already read this, and I loved it. You'll hear more in detail about this book and why I loved it in my next video, because my next video is going to be like my March wrap-up and my April to be read. So I'll be talking about this book and all the other books that I read in the month of March in my next video. But anyways, this is a great book, as expected. I knew I was going to love it because it's Colleen Hoover. Like, if you guys have read some of her books, you know she's amazing. So my next anticipated read for March was Half Bad by Sally Green. This book got a lot of hype on BookTube and Goodreads, so I thought I'd check this out. And this book I really enjoyed. I already read it, and you'll see a mini review on that in my next video. And this is about a boy who is a half witch, a half good witch, half bad witch, so hence the black and white, white's good, black is white. And his father happens to be the most powerful black witch, and like of course the white witches are all after his father, you know, they want to capture him and kill him, stuff like that. And so this book was really interesting, and I definitely think you guys should give this a try if you haven't yet already. This next book is not a most anticipated book, but it's just a book that's been out for a few years already, and that is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs. Again, this is super popular and everyone talks about it, but I've never given it much interest or much thought because I've always seen it on the shelves, like when I'm in Target or like some bookstores, and I always find it interesting but not interesting enough to buy it. But this past month actually, I had a gift card at my local bookstore, and so I was walking around and I saw this and I was like, I might as well get it. You know, lots of people are talking about it, and I've always been like kind of intrigued about it, so might as well pick it up. So after this, I'm sure I'll enjoy it. It looks really interesting because all these like cool like old pictures and stuff. So yeah, and plus there's a quote by John Green on the back. And it's good, obviously, he says. So I'll give this a try, and hopefully I'll enjoy it. The next two books that I got are part of the same series, and so that is The Immortal Rules and The Eternity Cure by Julie Kagawa. And this is about a girl who lives in a world where vampires own society, and they have blood slaves, like human slaves, and basically, you know, they just do their jobs and they have to give blood. And then the main character, she gets turned into a vampire, and then she has to try to survive, and she flees the city and has to pass off as human, and while she like tries to find the cure, I guess, like she joins a bunch of like survivors, and they're trying to go to a place where I think there's a cure or something, or they're trying to find a cure, something like that. I don't really know too much about it, but it seemed really interesting and has good ratings on Goodreads, so I thought I'd give it a try. And I got the softcover ones because the covers were really pretty, and I think the first edition, like the hardcover, like the first book, it has like a girl's face on it with like blood, I think, like going down her eye. That wasn't appealing to me, and I feel like these covers are a lot prettier, so I decided to get the hardback. I mean the soft cover, and it's really cool. Like I don't see a lot of books nowadays with like the, I don't know what you call these, like the jagged edges for paper, like I don't even know what to say right now, but you know what I mean. Like, they're not straight edge, they're just like really like uneven, so it feels kind of cool, and it gives it like a cool like look. The next book that I got is When It Rains by Lisa DeJong, and this book I heard about through Hannah from Bookworms Talk, and this is like a love story, heartbreak story type of thing. It's like it's about this girl named Kate, and she has this best friend named Bo Bennett, and they're best friends, and they're like in love with each other, but because of reasons, Kate doesn't allow her to get emotionally involved with any guys, and especially Bo, even though they both like love each other. And then one day this guy named Asher Hunt comes into town, and I guess he's just like a breath of fresh air for her because of his personality. And yeah, so this seems like a really interesting story. Going along with that kind of genre, I have Arson by Mia Asher, and I think I heard about this through also through Hannah from Bookworms Talk, and this is it says a heartbreak story, and I don't know what this is about really because there's no summary. It's just like all it says is like a narrative, like one glance is all it took. I'm a cheater. I'm a liar. My whole life is a mess. I love a man. No, I love two men, I think. And then blah, blah, blah. So there's like not a summary at all. But here's like a quote from the back. It says, a gut-wrenching, heartbreaking, painful story of love, betrayal, and forgiveness. Pulse-pounding, anger-inducing, and emotional draining. Simply magnificent. One of my favorite reads this year. So hopefully I'll enjoy this book. I know it's probably going to be really intense and stuff, which I like, so we'll see. The next book that I got is yet another, not a recommendation, but like another find through Hannah from Bookworms Talk. I know it's kind of a trend here, but I really enjoy her videos. But and that is Sweet Thing by Renee Carlino, and this is another one of those like heartbreak, intense love story. And I don't really know what this is about, to be honest, but I heard it was really good, and Hannah really enjoyed it, so I thought I'd give this a try. Next I have White Hot Kiss by Jennifer L. Armentrout, and this is part of the Dark Elements series. This is the first book, and it came out recently. And I really wanted to read this because I've read the Origin series by Jennifer L. Armentrout, and I really enjoyed it, so I thought I enjoyed this too. And I did. I've already read this book, and I really enjoyed it. And this is about a 17-year-old girl named Layla who lives in a world where there are gargoyles and demons. And obviously demons are the bad, and the people who kill the demons, they're the gargoyle people. Like, that's a race, but what they're called are wardens. And the special thing about Layla is that she's half gargoyle and half demon, so there's this constant struggle within her between her two identities. And then on top of that, there's a love triangle because this demon named Roth like comes into her life, comes into town, and the thing about Layla is that since she's half demon and half gargoyle, she can't kiss anyone who's like human or a gargoyle, like a warden, because the kiss will kill them because she sucks their souls out. Like if they come into contact with her too close, then she'll suck their soul out and they'll die. But the thing with Roth is since he's a demon, she can kiss him and nothing will happen to him. So you can bet that there's going to be something going on with them. But yeah, this is a really enjoyable read overall. These next two books are part of the same series, and this is a series that's probably like one of the most talked about on BookTube, and I never got into onto the bandwagon, but now I am, and that is the Shatter Me series. So I have Shatter Me and Unravel Me, and I don't have Ignite Me, yeah, that's what the last one's called, yet, because I was waiting for it to come on to paperback, and I just ordered it from the book depository like yesterday, so hopefully it'll come soon, like next week. But yeah, I decided to finally pick this up because I've heard everyone like rave about it, and they talk about Warner and how he's so like swoony and stuff, and I have no idea what they're talking about, but it makes me really interested and like makes me really want to read it. So once Ignite Me arrives, then I'm probably gonna start reading this series like ASAP, and I'll probably do a marathon and finish it all, hopefully like over a weekend or something, but we'll see how it goes. But I'm super excited to start reading these. Next I have Lola and the Boy Next Door by Stephanie Perkins, and as if you don't know already, she's author of Anna and the French Kiss and I'll and the Happily Ever After. And so I read Anna and the French Kiss I think back in either late December or early January, and I love that book. Like I don't know why I didn't read it sooner because I always heard people talking about it and I like never gave it much thought, but I finally read it and I loved it, so I'm so glad I did. So I'm excited to read Lola and the Boy Next Door. It's about Lola, and she is a fashion designer, I think, but not in fashion, in costume. And I like how it's like under the same series, but it follows different characters, so I really enjoy that. And after I read this, I'm probably going to read I'll and the Happy Ever After. I don't think that's out yet, I don't think. But whenever it comes out, I'll be reading it, so yeah. Next I have Unravel by Kalia Reed, I think that's how you pronounce your name. And I don't know how I saw this. I think I came upon this on Goodreads somehow, and I was caught by the cover because look at it, it is so pretty. I love buying books that have pretty covers. And I went on Amazon, that's where I got it from, and it was like 15 bucks for a soft cover book, and I was like, oh, and I was like tempted just to get the Kindle version of it, but I was like, this is really pretty, I want this on my shelf, and it sounded really intriguing. This, again, doesn't have a summary, but it has one of those like narrative thingies, so like basically it says, 6 months ago I was happy, I was simply Naomi Carradine. 1 month ago I was admitted into psych ward. Yesterday Lachlan visited me, kissed me, and told me that I'm starting to lose my mind. And then there's like more summaries on here, but that's basically all it tells you. Like this reminded me of The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer. If you've read the series, I love that series by the way. But this reminded me of that, so I decided to get it, and I'm super glad that I got it. I've already read this and I really enjoyed it. So if you want to know more about this, be sure to check out my next video because it's going to be like a mini review of this and some other ones that I read. But yeah, pretty cover, great story. So I really enjoyed this. The next book is yet another cover by, but also because it had a interesting plot. So this is The Winter's Curse by Marie Rutkusky. Like, look how pretty this cover is. And it has those like jagged or rugged edges or whatever you want to call them. And this is about a girl named Kestrel who is the general's daughter, and she has two choices: to either get married or join the military, but she doesn't want to do either of them. And she comes across this slave at an auction, and she buys him on a whim. And I don't know what else what else is gonna happen in this book, but that's basically it. And she starts to fall in love with him, and I guess there's gonna be like unexpected consequences and a lot of, you know, conflict as usual. But this book sounds really interesting, so hopefully I'll enjoy it. The next book that I got is The Duff, The Designated Ugly Fat Friend by Cody Keplinger. And I think this is pretty talked about on BookTube as well. I've heard a lot of people talk about it and they've enjoyed it. And I decided to get this book because I found it on the Amazon bargain books, and it's like less than $8 I think and it's hardcover, so I thought might as well. And it's pretty thin, so I feel like this is going to be one of those like quick chill reads. The next book that I got is Days of Blood and Starlight by Laini Taylor, and this is a sequel to Daughter of Smoke and Bone. I have that book too, but I haven't started reading the series yet because I'm just waiting for all of the books to come out, because the last one, I don't know if it's the last one actually, but the next one, Dreams of Gods and Monsters, I'm trying to read it on the back, it's like really small. But when that comes out, and then I just want to collect all of the series and then like do a marathon reading of it. So I've heard nothing but great reviews about this too, and I think it's like supernatural-ish type of stuff, but that's all I know about it. But it seems really intriguing, so I can't wait to read this series. And the last book that I got is Through the Evernight by Veronica Rossi, and this is the second book in the Under the Never Sky series. And again, I don't have the last one yet because I'm waiting for it to come into paperback so I can get so they can all be matching. But again, I've heard this is like really popular, and so I thought I'd give it a try. And I haven't started reading the series for the same reason that I haven't started reading Daughter of Smoke and Bone. I just want to get the last one, and then I'm going to do a marathon reading. But again, like I said, I've heard nothing but good reviews, so hopefully I'll enjoy this. Okay, so that's the end of my book haul. Hopefully this wasn't super long for you guys. I know 18 books is a lot to get through in one video, so I tried to do my best to like talk as quickly as possible. I mean, I already talk really fast, as you've noticed, but hopefully I didn't spend too much time on each book. But anyways, that's about it, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.